welcome to my first video ever. Today I'm gonna try to build Central Perk from Friends. And this is my first video, so I'm sorry if I sound weird or if my recording is not in the most perfect quality ever. I don't have the greatest computer, so I tried what I could with what I had. So here I'm trying to build Central Perk inside a fake apartment buildings. So the cafe doesn't look like it's in the middle of nowhere or it's just like, a coffee shop and that's it. I wanted to build fake buildings so it looks like, someone could be living up there. Your Sims could live there. Just trying to make it look more natural. And I decided to make Central Perk a little bit like offset to these buildings because the entrance to Central Perk is actually like in a diagonal. And I felt like it make it look more like it stands out even with the giant buildings in the back. And I had so many references. Like, I am a huge fan of Friends, okay? I've seen all the episodes, all the seasons, a million times. I can almost like rewrite all of the episodes by memory. And still, when I was building this, I couldn't even like remember or place things correctly in Central Perk. And then I tried to, find references so I could build this as accurate as possible. And while doing that, I found that there are so many Central Perks, like fake Central Perks and actual Central Perks where you can go and have a coffee, and all of them are so different. Like each one just basically, as long as you have a big orange couch facing a wall, they call it Central Perk and that's it. So this one that I have here is the closest I can make it to the series, to like this actual Central Perk that is just a set. But there are many Central Perks that you can actually go to and drink coffee. I think one is in New York, other one is in Singapore. And the one in New York, the actor that plays Gunther sometimes goes and like works there and you can take pictures with him. That's really cool. Here I was trying to give each building its own personality, like trying to give each building like a different color of brick and like a different window. So you have one that is white, that's like very fancy looking, one that has green windows that I thought look very 90s, and this one with just a black and white that looks very, I feel like urban, like really like industrial. And I really like this because lately I've been really into watching videos about theme parks and all the props, and that's what I wanted to do here. So back here you see me put doors for each of the buildings to pretend like the people that live there could actually exit in the back, and so it looks a little bit more realistic. Just working with this little balcony place that I was left with, just trying to disguise it more. And with this trim, oh my god, I struggled so much with it until I just gave up. I couldn't work it. And that always happens to me in The Sims 4. Like, I know I'm not a professional builder. I know that I probably here I'm doing a lot of things that could be done better, Like back here, those spaces are not symmetrical. I'm sorry. But going back to the trim, like I've seen a million tutorials and I can never get, like for example when I make stairs and I want to just cut off a little bit of the roof so like the second floor has like open, like an open place to watch down to the first floor. I can never make that work. Never. The same with those trims for each floor. They always do whatever they want and I can never make them work how I want to. And I watch speed builds of professional people and they literally like make those things be their bitches, like they make them do whatever they want. I don't know how. And I've seen a million tutorials and still every time I try to build something, always something goes wrong. So inside here, I'm building the little stage where Phoebe plays her music. That's why there's a guitar, a microphone, also a karaoke machine. So Sims can actually do something there. So you can take your Sims and have them like sing and perform and just have fun. Imagine that this place is not the actual set from Friends, but a little attraction that you can go to take pictures and just have fun, have parties or dates there. Here, I decided to put a bar instead of like a coffee thing, just because I feel like it's bigger and it looks more like the real one from Friends. You can easily change it. If you have get together, you can change it for like a coffee bar or something. The espresso. I don't know what that's called, so your Sims can actually buy coffee and little sweets. But I decided just to put a bar, I don't know. This is not for kids, maybe. I don't know. I mean, kids Sims can go definitely here, but it's not for them. I don't know what I'm saying. So right now I'm trying to pick a orange couch and a green armchair to look like as close as I can to the original. The table though, I chose a green table that looks almost exactly like the one in Friends. That's really cool. The carpet, the closest I could, and here you have a little black table with golden chairs. And I tried them all, and those are the closest I could, and I tried to like put them like offset so they're like next to the little table, but they're actually facing like towards the couch, and like in the TV, like facing front. And I couldn't do it. They were always snap back to the table. So hey, at least you can sit there. Back here in the series, you're supposed to have little black tables with stools, not actually chairs. And I could have done it, and it would have looked a lot closer to what it should look, but Sims would not be able to sit there. And I want to see Sims sitting there. I want to take my Sims, sit them in the VIP area, that orange couch that everybody wants to sit in, and have Sims in the background filling up space. And if those were like just bar stools, they're not usable, like what's the point? Here, back here, I'm not making this up. If you look closely on the set, there is actually a red couch and two red armchairs back there. Like they're just never visible because there's just so much people there. You can never see them. But I was able to find some really good reference pictures, and there's actually like a whole red set back there. There's even like red light towards the window and stuff. I tried to make it. Back here, I didn't know what to do. I tried to put purple wall paint to make a reference to Monica's and Rachel's apartment, but it looked horrible. So I changed it. So one thing that I noticed looking at the set of Central Perk was that it was so full of detail. So full of detail. There was paintings in every space possible. The whole floor was covered in carpet. There were people all the time everywhere, so when I was looking at just like the empty set, it was kind of like, oh, was that there all the time? A lot of discovering, because it's so full of stuff. You can actually spend like half an hour just trying to figure out all the details. And I feel like it's just to make it more colorful and make it more like alive, and so there's no empty places, if that makes any sense. So these bedrooms, I tried to make them look like if they have been built in the 90s. That's what I used, that blue ugly color and that ugly orange color, just to make them look very 90s. Here, I am filling those places that are like the fake entrance to the apartment buildings. I use like different wallpaper that looks very 90s and that matches with like the identity of each apartment building, and I put curtains so it is hard to look inside. So it's like kind of creepy. Like if you look inside, you're gonna see light at night. Like, oh, maybe there's people that actually use this door, and each of those places look different to the others. So it makes like the illusion that it is someone actually uses it. Like you can use this build. I'm gonna try to make it to put it on the gallery. If I do, I'm gonna put in the description how to find it. But you can download this place and make your Sims a little apartment in the top, because there's a lot of space and you can actually put stairs in one of those fake exits. Like maybe I was thinking of building Monica's and Rachel's apartment upstairs, and then Joey's and Chandler's apartment, and like do like a whole series. Let me know if you'll be interested. This is my first video. Like I don't know how many people are gonna watch it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I really will do it. And I'm just trying to fill with a lot of clutter items, just trying to find whatever I can to fill up space. Like I told you, this place is so full of things. And I was trying to fill it with colorful things that look from the 90s that would be in the series. So it's hard. There's not a lot of things to decorate with. And, also the thing that I don't have all the stuff packs and expansion packs, so girl gotta work with what she has, am I right? And that couch near the window almost looks exactly like the one in France. And here, I was just filling with random pictures, but then I took a good look and I was like, wait a minute, there's actually a big picture of a big coffee cup and small little pictures to the side. So I tried to do that. I tried to pick something that kind of looked like it. Of course, there's no a picture with a cup, but I chose that cat that looks like from the 90s, right? 80s, kind of. I changed the wallpaper because that wall has wallpaper and not brick. Everything else has brick. Just that wall has wallpaper. And something that I did here was that I was trying to work with the lighting. Like right now I'm building, there's really not much you can do about lighting, but after I used in live mode, I went in and played with lighting. I made it so darker. I added lights of different colors to make it look more like the actual Central Perk, and it looked amazing. You're gonna see in the screenshots at the end, but yeah, you can see here a little bit. I wanted to make the front look super bright, like, oh, that's when the main characters are. It needs to be really very well lit. And the background can be very darkish and have like yellowish light, reddish light, just to make it more interesting. So this wall, of course, doesn't exist in Central Perk, but I decided to put a TV so your Sims can pretend to be looking at something and have some fun gameplay. These 6 stars are meant to be each one for each of the actors. And up here I was like, hey, let's put like trophies to be like, oh, an Emmy award for each of the actors of Friends, like, oh, you can take pictures there. Just trying to fill up space back here. I decided to put a white couch back here to be like, like a replica or a prop to look like the one that is in Monica's apartment. And just filling up with stuff. Like, honestly, I would love to go to Central Perk. Like the fake one that is in New York, probably. I would love to go. I've been watching Friends for years, and I tell you, years, people. I am paying Netflix 90% to watch Friends. 90% to watch a series that I've already watched a million times, to watch it again. I just can't get enough of it. Like, my favorite seasons from Friends is probably the 4th and 5th season. If I'm correct, Those are the ones with Ross's wedding with Emily, and when they go to Las Vegas, probably like when Monica and Chandler start dating, and they're trying to hide it. Oh, those seasons are my favorite ones. I love them. Outside of Central Perk, I didn't know what to put. I wanted to put like that blue mailbox. Couldn't find one. And this little weird space, I decided to put like a lot of items to make it like publicity, like, oh, it's Central Perk, come inside, you're gonna find a lot of stuff that was used in Friends. You know, imagine that those neon lights say Friends, and that like a miniature Central Perk look inside. Just trying to build a street again just to fill up space. Like, I built this before. I built Central Perk before for my own game, you know, just for fun, didn't record it or anything. And it ended up being really nice. Like the outside, I actually tried to build a street and buildings and then a weird Central Perk that doesn't look at all like Central Perk. But I really like that aspect of making a fake street and making fake buildings. I really liked it, so I used it again here, so you can place this anywhere you want and it still looks like it's a little bit of New York, you know, like with the street, the buildings and everything. Up here, I wanted to put a billboard that has something to do with Friends, but none of them looked anything like Friends. Like those two guys, could they be Ross and Joey? No, they don't look like it. Does that blue city look like Manhattan or New York? No, it doesn't. So I had to give up. I was hallucinating. I was trying to find so bad one billboard that actually has something that looks like Friends, but and then I tried to make my own. It didn't work. So I just left which one? Just that one with like 90s kind of colors. I give up. And out here, just put in the last final details. That is not actually in the series, that little coffee sign, but hey. And back here, just trying to fill those empty spaces with a little bit of flowers and plants because I didn't know what to do with those spaces. Just filling them up so they look a little bit more nice. And just extra details in the front that again they're not really part of Central Perk. But that's it. These are the screenshots in game. I already went and fixed the lighting so you're gonna get to see it at night. This build excels at night, people. If you decide to download it and look at it at night, it's its best. Back here, the red lighting, oh, I loved it. And the fake back to each of the buildings with their lights on is amazing. This build at night looks amazing. So that was the video. That was my version of Central Perk in The Sims. Hope you liked it and hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.